Hey, it's Lisa Walker from Melbourne, Australia, and I teach coaches and consultants and online experts and course creators how to bring their businesses online to use an automated attraction marketing system to bring in more clients into their business. And today what I wanted to talk to you about is whether websites are dead. Now, some people say they are, and I want to give you my opinion on this, okay? Definitely sales funnels, which is what we're going to talk about today, is definitely surpassing websites and is going to be the new latest thing, and will take over websites. Pretty much exactly like, for example, when DVDs took over CDs, same type of thing, right? I think there'll always be a place for websites, to a degree, in my opinion. I don't think, go away and create a sales funnel and delete your website. No, I don't think that. I think that a website is your online hub. It's like your online business card. So I think they do have a place, and especially for bloggers and, that is where a website, especially something like based on WordPress, that sort of content management system, is good for bloggers and people that want to get content out there on Google. And you can't do that as easily with a funnel and using funnel software. It is possible, but in a kind of more of a roundabout way. But in terms of selling products and services, yes, a sales funnel is definitely the way to go, and also generating leads to bring into your business and to build a list of subscribers. Funnels is definitely hands down the way to go. So we're going to talk about that right now. So basically, if you have a website, basically you've got a site that's, people will come to your homepage, and then basically what will happen is when they come on their homepage, you might have like a whole heap of information. You might even have some blog posts. You'll have like a sidebar often, and then you'll also have a menu at the top. Now, this can be quite distracting for a lot of people because they don't always know what you want them to do. So they might, click around on your menu. You might have something in your sidebar that they want to look at. They might decide to go and read a blog post. It depends what sort of call to action you actually have on your site. You need to kind of like lead the person coming to your site down a journey, like take them on a path, like sort of through a process. And a lot of people just kind of put up a website, put up their information, maybe put up a few blog posts, put up some contact details, an About Us page, or maybe a service page, but they don't always tell the customer what to do. So the customer just has to kind of like, get here, land here, then look around. And if they're not sure what to do, they kind of like jump off the site and go away. And, usually they say you have about 8 seconds to get a customer to stay onto your site. So basically, if you have like a nice big bold call to action, some sites will have a sidebar on the front page where you can put a nice opt-in box or a call to action here. Or some of the new, more modern sites will have like a nice big banner on the top where you might have a nice big call to action and like a button that they can click to opt in to a page or opt into your email list. And generally what they're usually opting into is quite often a funnel. Usually it'll go away to another separate page. Sometimes it can be a page that's built into your website, and often it's a page that's taken away into like a funnel, which is using like a different software. Okay, so that's basically what a website is, but there is actually a lot of distraction. So the problem is that you don't make as many sales or profit as much money selling your services or your products on an actual traditional website. So basically, what has been invented, well, not really invented, because like a funnel is actually like basically just a process that you send a customer through, and you can actually do the same thing offline. It doesn't even have to be online. So basically it's like a journey or a process that you take a customer through, right? So for example, if you were a dentist and somebody was driving along and they saw your sign on a billboard, or if they saw your ad in a newspaper or a magazine, something like that, they might drive to your clinic, and then they might park their car, come inside, and then you might have a receptionist that welcomes them, and that starts that process. They might take their contact details and might make a booking with them, and then when that person comes in to actually have their consultation, you might try to upsell them from you know, an x-ray to a checkup, or a teeth cleaning to, you know, getting some fillings done, or a root canal or something like that, right? So that is a funnel. It's an offline funnel. It's exactly the same thing and exactly the same process. So basically with an online funnel, it's really just a series of pages or steps that takes a person through a journey to start their relationship with you. So the beauty about a funnel opposed to, you know, or, you know, like these landing pages opposed to a website, is there's less distraction. There's not really anything else for the user to do but to actually usually click on what you're asking them to do on the actual page. So that's the reason why they convert and work so well. And I'll also discuss with you a little bit later the powers of and why it's so powerful and why it's so exciting, which is what you're going to get to see. So basically, you might have, first of all, a person might come from a Facebook ad, or on Google, for example. So say here we have a Facebook ad, okay? And then that person might see your ad, and then they might click a link, and then they come down to what we might call an opt-in page. This is just a basic sort of funnel, right? So here we might have like a video, we might have some text, and we might have an opt-in box in a button to click, okay? And that might be saying, enter in your email address here and I'll send you my free download, for example, which we call in the online marketing world, we call that a lead magnet or a freebie or a freemium, okay? And then once they've opted into that page, basically what happens is they're sent to another page, which is like a thank you page. And this thank you page is a page that basically thanks them for subscribing to your list. And then it will give them instructions to go to their email and to download the freebie that you've promised them. Now this page is also another really, really great opportunity for you to give them another call to action, rather than that just, ending everything there. So basically you can say to them, hey, I've got another offer. So you could upsell them to another item that could relate to the first thing that you've given them, right? And so then they might want to take a look at that, which will go to another sales page, right? Or you might actually just have a button here saying, hey, join our Facebook group. And they click that and then they get taken to Facebook to join your Facebook community, okay? So that's a couple of little options there. Now your journey hasn't completely ended with them just because they've downloaded your download. Like if you, for example, don't have any call to action on your thank you page and you just say, hey, thanks for opting in, that's not the end, okay? So how it works online is when they put in their email address here on the opt-in page, this will trigger an automatic email to be sent to them, usually with the link for the download, and an email to welcome them into your world. And you're not just going to send them out one email. Usually on the sequence, you might send out a series of, say, 5 to 7 emails, okay? And this is a little bit of a chance for them to get to know you, build some rapport, build a bit of a relationship, and maybe even make some other offers of some other products that you've got that you know that they might be interested in. But the thing is to remember here is the key is that if somebody is coming in and they're opting in for your lead magnet here, which is free, right? And it's about, just for example, health and wellness, okay? You're not going to go here on the email and you're not going to offer them something on, relationships, for example, because it doesn't relate, okay? That this person has put their hand up and they've said, yes, I want your information. I want to learn more about health and wellness. And then you go and send them something on relationships and it doesn't match, right? So whatever you send them through this list, this email list has to be relatable to what they opted in for in the first place, okay? And because that's going to be your target market for health and wellness people. So if, for example, you were selling information on relationships, well, then you would have a different funnel and a different list of people, and that you would send them through that list about relationships, right? So you might eventually end up having several different lists set up with your autoresponder. Now, what an autoresponder is, it's basically just some online software that you subscribe to every month, and it allows you to set up these email sequences and automation emails. Now, basically what I really wanted to talk to you the most about, this is just the basic funnel. What I want to talk to you about the most, which is really, really exciting and powerful, and I think that it'll open up a whole new world when you think about it, okay? It's very, very exciting. Okay, with a website, if someone's going to go onto a website like an online shop, say like Amazon, Shopify, something like that, and you've got a list of a lot of products, okay? So they're going to come onto your website, and they're going to see all these products that they want to buy, okay? And they're going to go through your pages of your products, and then they're going to go add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and they're going to say, oh yeah, I want this and I want that, I'm going to buy that too, and oh, that's cool, blah, 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 right? And then all of a sudden they get to their checkout page, and all of a sudden they've brought all these things, and it comes to like $1,000, for example. And then they look at that and they think, holy crap, I've just spent $1,000. My husband's going to kill me. I can't buy that. Like, I have to take them out of my cart. So they start removing them out of their cart, right? Or they just click the back button and they completely leave the site and they don't buy anything and they just abandon their cart. Now, what happens online is there's thousands and thousands of people that abandon their carts every day. And so that website doesn't even get one sale. It doesn't even get one item, okay? Because people realise how much they've spent and then they back out, okay? And nothing has been taken, they haven't paid anything yet, so they can easily just basically walk away and go off to another website, right? Or leave their computer. Now, the power about funnels, which is really, really exciting, which you're going to see, is basically it's a series of pages, right? Rather than actually just choosing lots of products and put it in your shopping cart. So you'll have a page that you'll very first come into, and this might be a sales page advertising, just say it's advertising a flashlight, for example. This is just someone that I know of that's doing this, okay? So just say, for example, you're advertising this flashlight and you've got some text all about the flashlight, how amazing it is, and you're selling to, yes, here's a button here, buy this flashlight, okay? And they think, oh, that's really cool, this flashlight, this torch is really good, I'm going to buy that, right? So what they do is they put in, they might come to an order form, and then they're going to put in all their details and their credit card, and they're going to click buy now, okay? Buy now to that flashlight. Then what happens is the next page in the funnel pops up after they've brought that, and then it'll say, hey, I've seen that you've just brought that flashlight. If you buy a second flashlight, I will give you the second one for 50% off. Okay, bad picture here. Okay, so 50% off. And this person goes, oh wow, 50% off, that's awesome. I can get one for my husband, or get one for a friend, or get one for my sister. Blah, 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 right? We'll have two, have a spare one, have one in your handbag, have one in the garage, right? So they decide to buy that. Then they come up to another page, and then this might say, hey, how would you like a bag to go with that? Maybe like a nice little kit, little bag to put the torch in and all your accessories, and then they'll upsell that, and then that might be like a lot more expensive too, right? And so people say, and so a certain percentage will say, yeah, actually I do want that bag. That'll be really handy to have a carry kit, keep everything in. That'll be really cool. And then after they buy that, now each page just has a buy now button, right? And then when they come to this next page, it might say, hey, you need some rechargeable batteries for that. So how would you like to buy a pack of rechargeable batteries? And if you buy this pack, I'll give you free shipping, for example. Okay? And then this will have a buy now button as well. And this person goes, oh, yeah, definitely, I need some batteries. Yep, that'll be good, right? And now you can go on as many pages as you want on your, to take your customer through a journey to try and test them a little bit to see how far they're willing to go and how much they're willing to spend, right? Now, the power, which is what I wanted to explain to you over a website, which is very, very exciting, really powerful, is that this very first page here, the customer has entered in their details, right? They've entered in their credit card details here. So now the funnel, or these pages, the site is actually holding the credit card details. It could be like through Stripe, PayPal, whatever, right? So those details are already saved, okay? So when this person comes to the next page and they click the button that they want to buy 2 torches, right? Basically what happens is the credit card information has already been given, it's not asked for again, and basically automatically, as soon as you click that button, it automatically takes that money out of your credit card. And the same thing for this page, and so on. So what happens is that person, the minute they click the button, they don't really even have a chance to back out. They can't abandon their cart. They can't take it back out. They can't, their money's gone, right, basically. So, I mean, unless they have like buyer's regret later on and they decide that they want to apply for a refund, really, you know, they've given you that money straight away. They made that decision to buy, and they've given you their money. So that is so much more powerful, and to also collect a lot more money than you can off people with like the general shopping carts. You know what I mean? And it also gives you a chance to test people of how far you can push them, of how much they're going to buy. You know, and there's always a certain percentage of people that will always buy on the next page, right up to the, you know, to the highest level. So somebody will just go through a funnel and they'll want to buy everything. And some people might only just stop at the first page. It just depends. But then what happens is that journey doesn't end with that person. If somebody only buys the torch on the very first page, you've still got the email address, you've still got that contact with them, you've still got the chance to build a relationship with them, so that you can later on try and sell them these other products or any other offerings that you might have in the future. So this is the power of a funnel opposed to a website. So for products and services, it's honestly the best way with the highest conversion to sell anything online. So basically, there is some really, really good software out now that you can use to build these sales funnels. Once upon a time, you had to you had to hire web developers to do it for you, and it was very, very expensive. Nowadays, there is funnel software that you can use that makes it all automated and connects to all the other systems that we need, like the email system, etc. That all talks to each other and connects very seamlessly and easy. And this is what I use to use for my clients as well, to build out their landing pages and sales funnels. So if you want to know more information about that, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to message me, email me, whatever. My details will be below this video. And we can talk about how we could set up your funnel. I'm building a program right now where I will teach you how to do it yourself, or I have a done for you service too, where I can actually do it for you. And this piece actually does hold a lot of people back with their online marketing, because most business owners aren't online marketers, right? They're not usually tech people or funnel people or whatever, right? So this holds them back from ever bringing their business or their products or services online, because they don't know how to do it. They don't know what to do. They got no idea even where to start, and it can take, if you try to start learning yourself, sometimes it can take months to years to figure it all out and to actually ever get anything up, where you could just get somebody to create it for you, be up online within, a matter of weeks or months, depending, how complex your funnel is. And then you get going and you're starting to make money, and starting to turn over your products and your services. So, it actually held me back for a long time too. And I'm a techie person. I build websites. I love all this stuff. I love building funnels. I love doing landing pages. I love doing email marketing, all that. I love blogging. I love all that stuff, and it still held me back for a long time because of the complexity of it all. But it is very, very easy these days. It's not as hard, but you do need to also know the psychology about all this whole process when you go through the pages, and to create a really good offer for your customers. So feel free to comment, feel free to share this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome, and more exciting videos to come. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.